Hello children, in this video we will learn about derive equation for motion of a particle when the particle is falling vertically downward, and in the next case when the particle is moving vertically upward we will derive the equation of motion, right? Now first case, when the particle is falling vertically downward we are going to derive the equation of motion. You can see here tower. A boy is standing on the tower without giving any initial velocity, simply he is dropping the particle now. Now this is the intermediate position, it is neither the top nor the ground level, this is the intermediate level. The particle has undergone a displacement y in time t, right? So when the particle reaches the ground in time capital T, and the displacement in this case is h. H is the height of the tower from the ground level. What is m? M is the mass of the particle which is dropped vertically downward. U is the initial velocity of the particle, U is 0, and y is the displacement of the particle in time t, and g is the acceleration due to gravity, neglect air friction, h is the total height covered by the particle in time t, right? Now the particle, this consider it as the positive y-axis and this is the positive x-axis. Usually you will be considering this as the negative y-axis, children. In this case you are considering this as the positive y-axis. Note it down. Choose downward y-axis as positive y-axis. So acceleration in the along x-axis is 0, along z-axis also 0. Acceleration is taking place only along the y-axis, that is equal to g, right? Acceleration of the particle along y-axis is nothing but the acceleration due to gravity, g. In vector form you will write it as a vector is equal to g into j cap. J cap is the unit vector along the y-axis, right? Now you might wonder, children, why we are considering a is equal to plus g. When the particle is moving downward, why you are considering a as plus g, right? So to understand that, you consider this as the earth's surface. If the particle is moving, if you are throwing the particle upward, right, the velocity of the particle decreases. As the height increases, velocity decreases, hence acceleration also decreases. So a you will take it as minus g when the particle is moving upward, whereas in the other case when the particle is moving downward, velocity will increases as it reaches the ground. Velocity increases, acceleration increases in this case, so a will take it as positive g plus g, right? இந்த இடத்துல ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கோங்கம்மா, பார்ட்டிக்கல் வந்து எப்போவுமே gravity usually it will be acting towards the earth, right? Gravity is acting towards the earth's surface, right children? Toward the earth's surface, gravity is acting vertically downward, right? Particle வந்து பார்ட்டிகளோட மூமெண்ட் கிராவிட்டியோட டைரக்ஷன்லேயே இருந்ததுன்னா, இங்கே பாரு பார்ட்டிகளோட மூமெண்ட் கிராவிட்டியோட டைரக்ஷன்லேயே இருந்ததுன்னா யூ வில் டேக் இட் அஸ் ப்ளஸ் ஜி. இங்கே பார்த்தீங்கன்னா பார்ட்டிகளோட டைரக்ஷன்னால் கிராவிட்டியோட டைரக்ஷன் கீழே ஆப்போசிட் டைரக்ஷனில் இருந்ததுன்னா ஏ வந்து யூ கேன் புட் இட் அஸ் மைனஸ் ஜி, ரைட்? நவ் so first case, displacement y of the particle in time t. Everything you are going to derive velocity, position of the particle, speed of the particle in the intermediate level, children. So velocity of the particle, v is equal to Newton's equation, v is equal to u plus at. So a is nothing but g, a is acceleration due to gravity g, so v is equal to u plus, instead of a, g into t. So if u is 0, initial velocity you are not giving, simply you drop the object, so u is 0, then v is equal to gt. To find the position of the particle, s is equal to ut plus half at square. You know that a is g and displacement s is y, so y is equal to ut plus half gt square. If u is 0, you put 0 here, so you will get y is equal to half gt square. To find the speed of the particle, consider Newton's equation, v square is equal to u square plus 2as, and a is g and s is y. So if u is equal to 0, v square is equal to 2gy and v is equal to root gy. So you have discussed all this time, you have discussed about in the intermediate level, you have calculated the velocity of the particle, position of the particle, right? Now your discussion is going to be about when the particle reaches the ground level, right? So when the particle reaches ground, time you are going to represented by capital T, total displacement S is equal to h, and acceleration gravity due to gravity is g, and u is 0. So speed of the particle from Newton's equation, if you substitute, what will you get? You substitute these values, you will get v square is equal to 2gh and v is equal to root 2gh. Children, you can note down that v and h are directly proportional. What does it mean? Particle when it falls from greater height, okay, when h increases, velocity also increases. Particle fall from greater height has greater velocity. Time to reach ground, to calculate that, consider Newton's equation, s is equal to ut plus half at t square. You know that u is 0 and s displacement is h, and t you should replace it by capital T, a as g. So you will get t is equal to root 2h by g, right? So here also you can see t and h are, t is directly proportional to root h. What does it mean? Particle when fall from greater height, it will take more time to reach the ground. Right, children? Next, now we are going to discuss a derive equation of motion for the particle when it is projected vertically upward. Now here you can see the boy is throwing the ball vertically upward, right? This vertical axis, you are taking it as negative y axis. When the particle is moving upward, already I told you a should be taken it as negative g, right? A is negative g because particle is moving upward, whereas g is in the downward direction, right? Particle is moving in upward direction. So particle direction, g direction are opposite. So a is equal to minus g. So m is the mass of the particle, u initial velocity is given, neglect air friction, a is acceleration due to gravity. So velocity of the particle from this Newton's equation of motion, if you write a is equal to minus g, so we will get v is equal to u minus gt. Same way, displacement of the particle from this Newton's equation of motion, s is equal to ut plus half at t square. A you can replace it as minus g, right? You will get this expression, s is equal to ut minus half gt square. And finally, to find the velocity of the particle at any position y in time t, so for that you consider this Newton's equation of motion. You will get v square is equal to u square minus 2gy. So children, you have to practice, pause the video, take the notes, and this might be a 3 mark or 5 mark question, right? In the next class we will discuss about the problems related to this topic, children. Thank you.